Hello and welcome to episode 15 of the Crafty Dragonfly. My name is Stephanie and you can find me on Instagram as the Crafty Dragonfly and on Facebook and Pinterest, and I'll leave all the links to those platforms below. So if you haven't done so already, grab yourselves a nice hot drink and come and join me for half an hour or so while I show you what I've been up to. So let's get started with, I showed you in the last, in episode 14, I showed you a finished make of the Mayan blankets. I'd finished one square, so I said I would show you the next one. It's pretty much the same. This is the blocked one, so that's the one I blocked, just in case you've not seen any of my other episodes. And this is the finished one, so square 2, and it does make a difference blocking, because if you look at that, you probably won't be able to see it as well as I can, but it is physically smaller than the one I've just shown you. But that's just simply because when you block something, you the fibres, it allows the fibres to relax and it opens it up a bit, the pattern. So I will block that, obviously. Now with both of these squares, I think I said last time that I was going to look at doing 6 squares or maybe even 9, but I think, to be honest, 6 is going to be more than enough. And the reason why is because this yarn that I'm using, which is WI Soft and Smooth Tweed, it's an Aran weight, and this is a 400-gram ball, and one square uses more or less, well, probably about 300. I'd have to weigh the square actually, or weigh what yarn I've got left, but I think it's going to be quite a weighty blanket. So I think if I just do 6 and then add a border, then I think that will be a very, very nice weighty blanket. Very quickly, the designer is Shelley Husband from Spin Cushions, just in case you didn't watch my last episode, and I'll leave a link to her website below. She offered this particular pattern for free on her blog, and she did do a crochet along back in 2017, but I bought the ad-free printable pattern, PDF pattern. I downloaded it and it only cost about £4. So I downloaded it and then I just printed the written pattern off, because the PDF itself is 81 pages long, so you definitely get your money's worth with Shelley's patterns. So and she's also written books, and I've talked about those in previous episodes. So yeah, go and check her out, because she's a really, really nice designer. And she always, if you comment, I'm in the private Facebook group for her, and if you upload a picture of your work in progress and you comment and things, she always comments and on your current make, and I think that's really nice as a designer. I think some private Facebook groups, sometimes the people that set them up, you don't actually hear anything from them again, because they're just obviously too busy, and they tend to get admin people in, and I think Shelley does have that. I'm not actually quite sure, but I was quite surprised that she was actually commenting on things that I was posting. So that's really nice. So as I say, I'll leave a link to her website below. just have a quick drink. So keeping with the theme of squares and crochet, I went a bit mad with the just making random squares. I think what I was trying to do was I was testing out, this is Paint Box Simply Chunky, and I was just testing out what a square would look like. I've just started with a different colour. Oh, that's got a thing in the middle. It's that way round, sorry, that way. And they've turned out quite nicely, actually. There's one where I've just done a different colour for the edging, and then there's a plain one with the end not sewn in. And then I started to piece them together with just with a simple double crochet join there that you can't really see the join. So I think I've only done those. I've only made so many. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've made 10. So I can either just turn them into a cushion cover and put a simple back on, or I can keep going until I think it's big enough and then just make it into a small blanket that I could just perhaps display over the arm of the chair or something. So I'll see about that. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with those. I think I was just having one of those days where you just want to do something, you're not sure what you want to do, and you just pick your hook up and start making, and I think that's where I was. That's over those few days. I must have done it in a few days, that, not just one day. So anyway, moving on. If you follow me on Instagram, I have posted lately about a Little Box of Crochet box. Now, this is from, wait for it, August 2019. Can you believe it? And I hadn't actually started it. I did actually, I do remember starting it back in August 2019. And for some reason, I don't know what it was, because the colours, which I'll show you in a minute, the colours of the yarn, the pattern, I've actually seen the pattern made up as a sample in Amanda's shop in Ingleton. And yeah, so I really do like it, and it's Mosaic crochet, which I'd not attempted before. Now maybe that's what put me off at the time, I don't know. So anyway, fast forward to today or last week, and I thought I've got to start working my way through these boxes. I have subscribed for quite a while now. So what I've done is I have temporarily suspended my subscription with them, and just so I can catch up and make what's in the contents of the boxes. Now, I know that there's quite a few people out there that are in the same boat as me. I talk to them all the time on Instagram, and it's surprising how many times, you know, if you post something to do with Little Box of Crochet, how many times somebody will say, oh, I've got that box and I've not started it yet either. Now, it's nothing at all to do with Little Box of Crochet, the designers. It's, you know, I'm a big advocate for that company. I know Amanda, and I have met Emma on a retreat once, and it's a wonderful company. I've recommended it time and time again on this channel. I've done unboxing videos, which always seem to do really well. So I do really love the company. So it's just that I thought to myself, I need to just suspend it for a bit and just work through the boxes that I've got and share it with everyone on here, in the hope that if you have a box that you want to start working through, it might be the same box as me, then we can do it together, and we can chat about it as well. So that's what I am going to start doing. I think the contents of my craft room right now, I could probably open my own shop because I've got that many things. So to be sensible, I am going to start working through things and using what I've got. So this is leading on to the Mosaic cushion cover. Now I'll show you the made up sample, which is there, and you can see it a bit closer on the back. And it's beautiful. It's a lovely pattern. I've always wanted to try mosaic crochet, and I am in awe of some of the patterns and some of the blankets or things that are made on Instagram that you see. They're just stunning. So I just thought, just grab it now and just get started with it. So what I did, I printed the charts off, and I'll just show it you quickly. You can't really see anything anyway. So it's just, this is the design, and it's in 2 pieces because it's quite big. So, and I've printed it off so I can work on along the little squares and mark them off as I'm going along. So, and that's what seems to work for me. Now I'm only on row 10, I think. Yeah, I'm on row, no I'm not, I'm on row 11. I'm on row 11, and this is it so far. If I fold it in half, and I'll bring it closer to the camera because I've got my wool attached. So if I hold it out like that, you can probably see it better. So it's working up really nicely. I love the colours. It's yarn and colours must have range, and it's 100% cotton. It's really nice to work with, and it comes in little balls like that. I think they're 100 grams. Just let me go and grab the box. Grab the box. 50-gram balls, the 50-gram. So those are the rest of the colours. You've got eucalyptus, that's a nice colour. I love that shade of green. You've got petrol blue with a bit of random red cotton on it. Petrol blue. You've got limestone, that's a lovely shade. Ice blue, I like that colour. And then you've got the dark colour, which I can't remember what colour that's down as. I'll have to look it up, the dark colour. Give me a minute. It will be anthracite, which is that colour, the dark colour. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then you've got glass and cream. So 7 colours altogether. And it's absolutely fine now. I've spent a couple of days on it last week. I sat down. It's not an in front of the TV kind of pattern, not for me anyway. And I spent a couple of days on it. As I say, I printed the charts off. I sat here and I got on with it. And I watched the video that Emma filmed, or a series of videos that's the the thing with Little Box of Crochet is they tend to film videos, tutorials with the boxes, so that if you're brand new to crochet or it's your first time starting Mosaic like it was for me, then she holds your hand a little bit and she works up a sample piece in this video so that you can just get an idea of how to read a chart. So I did that. I didn't make the sample piece because I'm too impatient. So I just started with the actual cushion itself. And once I could read the chart, then it's really, really simple. So I am in the flow with it now. As I say, it's not an in front of the TV kind of project, not for me. You do have to have your wits about you, and it's easier. I find it easier by marking each box off. And so if you've got the box and you're wondering, like me, you know it's there, then just get it out and give it a go. It's really, once you get into the rhythm of it, it's quite a nice pattern to do. So hopefully by the next time I video, and it shouldn't be as long as I've left it this time. I think it's been 3 weeks since my last podcast, so I'm going to try my best to film a bit more frequently than I have been doing. So hopefully I might have the one side done by the next time I film in a couple of weeks. So we'll see. So that's that, and I love the colours together as well. I think one of my favourite colours is blue, and different shades of blue, and then that lends itself and leads into shades of green and things like that, and creams, and all that colour palette I really, really like. So it's a good one for me to do. I'm quite happy to carry on with it. So keeping with the crochet theme, I have mentioned in a couple of videos back, I think, that I was going to also continue working on the Advent garland from the Little Box of Crochet, the Christmas one. And I said I would work along and share my progress with you, and then hopefully by this Christmas I will have it done. So if I won't go over it now, because in case you're not interested, obviously we're only in April. So but if you check back in my other videos, I mention and I show you what I've already made so far. In fact, I'll leave a link to it above in case you want to have a look at that. So I've not done much. I've started on the presents, which you can probably see if I just hold the card up, the little square presents there where my finger is. And they're fairly simple to do, got lots of ends. So you're just making 4 of these in different colours, and then you join a little piece on, I think, and then you make it into a cube and stuff it. So that's as far as I've got with that. I'm afraid not very far, but little and often, and then, as I say, I'll chip away at it. And it's been snowing here today. It's Saturday the 10th of April. Is it the 10th? Yes, it's the 10th of April, and we woke up to it snowing. So that's a little bit random for this time of year. So it's not too off the beaten track by talking about Christmas when it's snowing. So anyway, I'll carry on and I'll continue sharing that with you as we go throughout the year. And lastly, I just thought I'd show you in the Simply Crochet magazine. This is issue 81. I don't know how far back that is. It's probably quite an old one. But I just thought it was so cute. And the little cakes with the faces on. And I've seen lots of these patterns about, you know, free patterns on that people kindly share. But I think they're just lovely, especially for little ones to play with. They're really nice. And the other one was the the avocado cushion. I just think it's so cute. I like things with faces. So that's really cute. But whether I'll get round to making them or not, I don't know. We'll see. But I still do like, even though we have a lot of, we're overwhelmed sometimes with how much content is on social media, on Instagram and YouTube and Pinterest and Facebook. But I still do like getting, still like buying magazines. I've just taken, subscribed to Simply Crochet actually, and they were doing an offer, running an offer for six issues. I think it works out. They're usually £6.99, so they're not that cheap. But I think I managed to get an offer for each issue was £4 something. So for 6 issues. So I thought, well, I do really like having a magazine. I think I'm quite old school. I know they offer them digitally as well, but there's just something about having a magazine. I really prefer that. So I don't know what everybody else is like with those, but that's what I like doing anyway. So I think that's it for crochet. So by the next time I'm videoing, I should be well into my 3rd square for the Mayan blanket, and I hopefully will have finished one side of the cushion cover to show you, and I will have hopefully managed to make actually complete the presents that go on the garland. So giving myself a bit of a challenge there for next time, so we'll see. So moving on to stitching, if you've watched my previous videos, I do subscribe to a Stitchery Lane, it's called, I have to think then, by Nikki Franklin, and I'll leave a link in below this video. And it's a monthly subscription. It's you're not tied in, you can cancel at any time. And we're on March now, so this is March's kit, which is here, and it is called Stitchery Lane because the first 2 kits, there was On the Way, I think it was called On the Way, and it's a bike. I'll insert a picture here. And the idea behind Nikki's inspiration and design was that you've got on your bike and you're going into this little village, and it's called Stitchery Lane. I think that's what her thoughts behind it were. And so you've got your bike, you come across a cottage called Wisteria Cottage, and then the next thing along is a plant stand. So and it's just really nice the way she thinks about things. So anyway, I'm waffling, so this is as far as I've got with it. And I could never keep that many plants because I tend to kill mine off, real ones. So, and it's coming along nicely. It's just a bit of slow stitching to do whenever I get a spare half an hour or so, and so that should be finished for for the end of April. I think the next kit's due round about the 20th or something like that, so I'm hoping to get it finished before then. I'm sure I will. So that's that one. And she also, Nikki, and I have mentioned this before as well, that she, if you're a subscriber, she has a stitch clinic once a month where she goes through any stitches that you might be finding difficult on that particular piece, and she just shows you how to stitch. So that's really nice that she has that as well. And I think lastly, I showed you a bit of red work in the last episode. I'd made one for our son's girlfriend, and I started another piece. It's a bit creased actually. I've had it folded up in a drawer, but that's it. Hopefully you can see it. And it says, "Some see a weed, others see a wish." Now this one is an iron-on transfer from Mandy Shaw of Dandelion Designs. I've got a pack of hers, so I've just transferred it onto a piece of linen. This is calico actually, piece of calico that I had, and so just whenever I'm not sure what I want to work on, or I like to keep busy with my hands in the evenings, so I've got that on the go as well. And I still need, I prefer to stitch during the day because of the natural light, but I do have a daylight lamp with a magnifier in, so if I decide to stitch on this or on the Stitchery lane at night, then I use the lamp, and it's brilliant for that. And in fact, the other night I was crocheting. I think I was actually trying to be clever, and I was working on the mosaic, but yeah, it was really good because I put the lamp on, so that worked really well. I think that's it, everyone. I think that's as far as I've got with everything. I have actually been quite distracted lately by wanting to start another amigurumi, so I'm not sure I've got that many books. I'll have to have a look and see if there's anything that I can start, but quite frankly I think I've got enough on the go at the minute. So anyway, I'm waffling again. I hope you're all well anyway, and that you have enjoyed this video. If you have and you're not already subscribed, I would be grateful if you could hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. It's literally just helps me to rank somewhere on YouTube. So one thing I have done, and I'm not sure whether I will put this into the video, I'll have to see when I'm editing it, is I have signed up to Ko-fi, it's called, and it's a buy me a coffee button, and I've put it in the description below this video, and I think it's in the top right hand corner of my banner on the channel, and it's got a little coffee cup symbol, I think. So I've put that in. I've signed up to it, sorry, just in case anybody decided that they wanted to buy me a coffee, because I think these videos, I love doing them, and I love to make, and I love to share things, and I also like to share different designers, and that somebody may not know about, or different patterns. And this videoing that takes it lasts for about 30 minutes, I think, is usually my standard. And but the editing time takes a lot longer. It can take me a whole day to edit and put some nice photos in at the beginning and overlay it with music and make sure I've not said anything random. So it does take a lot of time, and I think if it's something that you like and you want to see more of, then that's what that button's there for. But it's certainly by no means a pressure to do it. It's just to tell you it's there, basically. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.